Bow Hunt or Die is being brought to you by Matthews, Lost Camo, New Archery Products, Tinks, Lone Wolf Portable Tree Stands, Stealth Cam, Carbon Express, Hunter Safety System, Heartland Wildlife Institute, Moose Utility Division, Pine Ridge Archery, and the Can Cooker.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Bow Hunt or Die. Let's get started right away because it's been 2 weeks since the last show. Justin and I have been extremely busy. We spent some time at the Matthews Retailer Show and we saw a lot of new products. Justin, tell me what some of your top picks were.
I think the two things I was most excited about at the show were a couple new broadheads from NAP coming out for next year, kind of building on the success of the Kill Zone line that we've had, so much, success with. And then the second thing I saw that I thought was really neat was those Maxima red arrows from those. Carbon Express. Not only do they look cool, but the technology behind them is really pretty impressive, and I'm excited to get out in the field and use them. Todd, how about yourself? What'd you see?
Well, there was one product by a company called White Rhino. It's a heated bow grip, and you know what? With it being late season and some cold temperatures finally starting to head our ways, you know what? I think it's a product you can't go wrong with. I actually got one installed on my bow already. I've been out hunting with it a couple of times, and I tell you what, these deer are edgy this time of the year. You just never know what's going to happen with these deer and how long you're going to be stuck holding your bow.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a good idea. Another thing I like to see is there's a lot more options available in the Lost Camo. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot more clothing for this year. The guys at Game Hide have a really cool suit coming out for next year. Scent Blocker had some new apparel as well. So, for those guys that are shooting Matthews bows or just like the Lost Camo, ton of great new products getting ready to hit the market for 2013. Guys, make sure you check bowhunting.com as well as lostcamo.com. All the videos that we shot are going to be up on the website shortly. You'll be able to get an exclusive first look at those products. Now, all that aside, Todd, what do we have, for this week as far as deer hunting is concerned?
Well, for myself, before we get too far into this week's show, we've still got some great shows ahead, but I've been able to get out a couple of times here in the late season. I've been still seeing a couple bucks up on their feet. Now's the time, if you got food, to get into those food plots, or if you don't have food plots, find out where they're eating. Get out there, scout, find out where those deer are feeding, and most likely, if you can weather the cold, there's going to be some deer showing up.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this weekend actually going down with Dustin to Central Illinois. We're going to meet up with Clinton and Frank and Tyler, and those guys. We're going to do a little bit of hunting this weekend. We're going to try to shoot some does. It's the first weekend we're breaking out the crossbow, see if we can shoot a couple does. You never know. Big buck may come by. They have been known to have a few of those down there. So it should be a great weekend. Still plenty of good hunting ahead of us. With that being said, we're going to jump into our first hunt for this week. We've got Tyler Rector down in Central Illinois shooting one of those big bucks I was just talking about. So let's check it out.
Well, it's the 3rd of November. Been seeing Cactus Jack up here quite a bit. Seems like we've just been playing cat and mouse. I sit in the stand, he walks underneath all the other ones. So I go sit in one of those and he walks underneath the other stand. So got another stand we're gonna set up for him, and gonna lay a Tink 69 doe and estrus trail on the way in. Hopefully that way if he cuts across this big field, it'll lead him right to our tree. Don't taste that bad, actually.
Been on this deer for a freaking month now. Just haven't been able to seal the deal. He's pretty smart, or lucky, one of the two. Cactus Jack has been in bow range 3 separate days, numerous times, and just can't get a shot on film. So instead of me self-videotaping all the time, I brought my buddy from Kentucky to film me. And hopefully he'll walk down this road like he did last year. And we're gonna sit here and hopefully kill Cactus Jack. Put an end to his story. He's a pretty buck. Yeah, he is. I said finally one of the bucks decided to come back and play with the does. awesome. Where? Cactus. Where? Right back there by that stand we just saw. He's walking left. Nope, he's walking right. Right down the field edge, right by that other. He's going right at it. Oh, it's a 3-year-old. Shoot. No, he's right here. Walking. Dude, get your bow. Don't move. Still, it's gonna be our ticket. Dude, he's 160. Dude, shoot that guy. That deer. Yeah. Cactus is right there, dude. I don't see him. I do. I can't shoot that deer. I can't shoot him with cactus coming. I can shoot both of them. Meh. He's going down though. Oh, smoked him. He's going the wrong way. Crap, he's going. Wow. How did he run that far? Because cactus is right there. Cactus right there. Where? He's chasing him. He's chasing that dude. He's chasing that buck. See him? Right here. Yep. I get his. Oh, shoot. Where's my girl? Oh, yeah, there he is. He's looking. I shouldn't have shot that deer. No, cactus in the field. Dude, he might come over here now, though. Over here. You're kidding me. He's going after that buck. Just shot this deer and freaking ran all the way across this field, pouring blood out. And the buck we came up here to get the hunt just chased him in the woods. Oh my gosh. He might come back. 2 bucks in one night. Wouldn't that be awesome? You gotta love it. Shoot a Matthews. You can shoot a deer, and all the other deer right out here in the field didn't even look. Love you. Dude, he's gonna come right down this field edge. I hope so. Right there. He might just be around. You'll see those tails. Oh, he grunted. That's sweet. There you go. Gosh, he's gonna be way out there. Dude, you're gonna have to wait for him to get past this tree. I know. I can shoot him right there, though. I got him if you can shoot it. That's a long shot, though. Yeah, he's quarter 2, too. Is it 63? Dude, it's a good video. I mean, I got him. It's quarter 2. I'm about to get a shot on that. Dude, you better just draw before you stop him. Oh no. He's turning around. Don't move. Just wait. Oh, okay. No. You gotta be kidding me. Shot a 160 last night out of the stand. The shot looked good on camera, but he went probably 300 yards across this field. That's a long ways to run with a good hit, so he kind of just, I like to just sit back tonight, last night, let him lay, and come in here, hunt this morning, and hopefully we'll go get him here in a minute. It's kind of an emotional roller coaster last night in this tree. We're gonna get on this blood trail, hopefully find my arrow somewhere over here, and I'm hoping he's laying dead right outside the woods. Otherwise he went on the neighbors, so we're gonna have to call them and try to get in there, so follow me along this bloody trail. This deer is dumping blood. I can't believe the deer ran this far. I mean, there's more blood out here than I think a deer can hold. There's half of my arrow. Made it about 300 yards before he finally broke it off. Lighted knock still lit. It's one tough arrow. I get that far, right behind the shoulder.
Well, we got CJ Jr. last night. He came in on really good video, put on a show, chasing the doe. The kill zone from NAP ripped him open. I mean, I can see almost daylight on the other side of that hole. So he ran about a little farther than we wanted, so we left him overnight. He's stiff. He's dead deer walking. So we got it done. Now it's time to hold off for a booner, and hopefully the video turns out as good as it looked. So, bow hunt or die.
You know, the first thing I thought when I watched Tyler's hunt was that I was flat out amazed how far that deer ran after he shot it. You watch the footage and it literally looks like a perfect shot, double lung. You expect that deer to go 100 yards tops and fall over, and he ran 300 yards across that field, as you guys saw, just pumping blood out. And it always amazes me, you know, what a whitetail can survive after being shot. You know, obviously that deer was out there chasing those does around. His testosterone, his adrenaline was probably pumping before he was shot, and you know, that gave him the energy he needed to make it across that field. Tyler did a great job, put a perfect shot on that deer, had an even, you know, more exciting end to that hunt when Cactus Jack came out. I mean, guys, this is a deer that's probably a once in a lifetime type deer. I know Tyler hunted him extremely hard. I mean, he was so close. That deer was coming in, and we've all been there. He just made that left-hand turn when he should have just kept walking straight and, you know, went right out of range. It's the realities of bow hunting. It happens to all of us. You know, hopefully that deer's still out there. I know he hasn't showed up on trail camera for a while. Tyler's afraid that, you know, someone else may have got him, which, you know, it happens out there. But hopefully he shows up during the late season. Tyler can get a shot at him.
Next up, we're going to join Bryan Mazur and his dad, Paul, as they hit the woods looking for a buck. Now, one thing about Bryan is he's a determined kid, and he wants to shoot a buck this year, and they're going at it hard. But if you can remember from an earlier episode, they shot and wounded one, and they just couldn't find it. And I'll tell you what, it took a little bit of coaching, and it took a little bit of practice. But what we did is we made Bryan put on all of his gear, get up 15, 20 feet up in a tree, and do some additional practice. And boy, it made a difference. Let's see what happens when they get out there now.
Look, guys, we've seen like 5 bucks. He came out of nowhere. My dad told me to shoot him, but I've never shot a buck with my bow before, but I just want to hold out for a bigger one. I'm looking for a 2.5 or bigger. I know there's other deer in here, so just waiting for a bigger one. I'll probably regret it, but oh well.
Okay guys, November 4th here in northern Illinois. We hunted this morning and saw a lot of deer on their feet. This afternoon we're going to try a new spot by this little pinch point that we haven't got to try at all this year. It should be a pretty good spot. Hopefully some big bucks are traveling through there, so stay tuned. Bow hunt or die.
Okay guys, we just got set up in this stand. We're at a little pinch point. We've hunted a few times down there. There's a river and a highway on the other side of the river. We got another field over there. Where we've been hunting is straight back there in woods, like way over there, where we've been seeing a lot of deer. Hopefully there's some bucks traveling in here looking for does. hunting a lot. Finally paid off. That Matthews, perfect. Great bow. Bowhunted eye, baby. Okay guys, we just got down from the stand. We used the coyote call to clear the fields and get all the deer out of the field. We're gonna go get our hands on the deer. Follow the blood trail. We already know he's over there, but we're just gonna follow the blood trail and grab my arrow. Then we're gonna go get the truck, cut him out, and get out of here. So let's go look at him.
Okay guys, well we just tracked him down. Found my arrow, got pretty good penetration. Not pass through, but he was quartering away. Quartering two, I mean. Arrow's like right here, you can see it popping out. No holes right here. It's a pretty big buck. Not bad for my first buck with a bow. I'm very proud. Big 8-pointer, got a lot of mass. Pretty old. Couldn't be any happier. Matthews did his job, kill zone. Perfect. Okay guys, it's Saturday, November 24th. We're gonna try and get back out in the stand after Thanksgiving and rifle hunting and shotgun hunting and stuff. So hopefully some deer are still on their feet, some late rut. Moving on, we might do some doe management, maybe take down a doe or something. So stay tuned, Bowhunted Eye.
Okay guys, I just got light enough to shoot. We've hunted the same stand a few times. It's the first weekend after the first gun season. The gun hunters took quite a few deer off the farm, but we're hoping that some of the bucks that we're chasing are still in here. Hopefully they're up on their feet still and running and stuff, so hopefully big buck comes by. Stay tuned, Bowhunted Eye. Ready? Right over its back. Did you? It was so close. Down there.
Oh, you smoked him, dude.
Smoked the guy up. Record. You're funny. The arrow went behind it, so I thought I hit over it. We had some does, like 5 does, come running through here. A couple of them stopped. We thought they smelled us. I didn't think so, because our wind's kind of blowing more west. But that guy came like 15 minutes later, probably 20 minutes maybe. My dad started calling at him, and he came in probably 30 yards. Smoked him. Okay guys, we just climbed down from the stand. We're gonna go grab my coyote. We weren't really seeing many deer, so we're just gonna call it a day and go grab my coyote and head back out. Let's go look at him. Well guys, we're out here this morning and I started to hear some does running and stuff. It was like probably 6 or 7 does started running. Like 15 minutes later this guy came. So my dad started calling and he came right in at 30 yards. I put the pin on him. It wasn't a perfect shot. It was a little low and far back, but it did its job. The kill zone totally tore him up. Pretty good blood trail. Here he is, first coyote ever. Shot at a few. Missed them all, pretty hard to hit. So, pretty cool that we got a coyote on the ground. First coyote ever. Hopefully get some more on the ground. Bowhunted Eye.
Well, what can you say? Bryan, he had an awesome season. You know, it didn't start out the best, but he stuck with it. He persevered. He kept practicing. You know, his dad kept getting him out there in the field, and as you guys saw, it paid off for him. Not only with a great buck, but with a coyote as well. I mean, I step back and look at it. The new guy on the team, 14 years old, he's having a better season than I'm having. Although it isn't over yet, I am going to be heading down to hunt with Clinton and Frank this weekend. Hopefully they can put me on a deer. But in any case, Bryan had a great season. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he does in the future. As always, we want to take a couple seconds to thank the people who sent in their trophy photos for this week's show. Alex Janikowski, Jared Nelson, Kerry Rickmeyer, and Jake Francis. Congratulations, everybody. Those are some great trophies. Now remember, if you want to see your picture right here in an episode of Bowhunt or Die, all you've got to do is go to the bowhunting.com homepage, click on the Submit Your Trophy button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and we may feature your photo in next week's show. Well, guys, that's all the hunting action we've got for this week's show. Now, Todd, as you and I talked about earlier, late season, we're looking at mid-December. Obviously, we got the holidays coming up. As everybody knows, the keys to late season hunting is going to be food. Like you said, if you don't have food plots, I don't have food plots on any of the properties that I hunt, so I'm just hunting, you know, if it's not natural food sources, it's planted food sources from the farmers,
Sure.
whether it's a wheat field or a hay field or anything that's got green in it, a picked corn field that the deer are still using, you know, you can still hunt those fields. The key is to just scout, find out where the deer are feeding and move in on them, and you can still kill a good buck.
Yeah, and you know what? At this time of year, don't get lazy, don't give up, and more importantly, on the lazy side of things, you know what? You got to continue to wash your gear good. You got to continue to spray down. You got to, quite frankly, you got to be even more diligent than ever as far as I'm concerned this time of year. These deer are on edge.
Well, they've been chased around for the last 2.5 months. They've encountered hunters up in the trees, whether it was bow hunters, gun hunters.
Right.
They've been driven, they've been pushed, they've been bumped. They're on high alert. So like you said, I mean, spray down. We're using the Tinks B-Tech. It's been working great for us this year. You know, and I guess the other thing to mention too, Todd, is make sure you dress warm because you got to sit still.
Yep.
The foliage is all off the trees. You kind of stick out. So, you know, got to make sure you can hold still at the moment of truth.
Hey, and that just doesn't go for you, the bow hunter. If you got somebody up there filming for you, I had Paul up in the tree behind me, and I mean, he was antsy as can be. I'm like, geez, you got ants in your pants, Paul, or what? I mean, you know, he needs to put on more warm gear during this time of the year. And another thing, guys, you got to be careful. I mean, I tell you what, this is kind of a crazy thing that happened to us on our last hunt, and unfortunately, they're already starting to pop off their antlers. I went to check one of my trail cameras. It was pitch black. I'm walking along, and earlier that day, I saw a buck where I could see he shed, and sure enough, I tripped over his antler, and I found my first antler of the year on December 10th.
Dumb luck. I literally will probably walk for hours this spring and not find an antler. Todd trips over one in the dark after killing 260-inch deer this year.
And you're watching it here on the show. Justin's going hunt this weekend. I'm taking whatever luck I have left, and I'm giving it to Justin so he shoots a buck this year. So there you go.
I'm fairly confident I may get a shot at another buck yet. I got some pretty good food sources on one of my properties, and who knows, maybe Clinton's got one chained to a tree for me this weekend. So should be a good time. You know, guys, like Todd said, don't give up, be diligent, stick with it. We still got some time left. I know some guys that have shot their biggest deer ever late season, so it can definitely be done. So make sure you guys check back next week right here on Bowhunt or Die. We'll have some more exciting bow hunting action to share with you.
In the meantime, don't forget to check out facebook.com/bowhunting for daily updates, news, photos, and other exciting information. We want to hear your opinions and your stories, so join us now and like us on Facebook.
Seriously. It's okay, you feel free to pee on yourself after you shoot him.
Now, one thing that next up, we're going to join Bryan Mazur and his dad Paul as they hit the woods looking for some